Hello and welcome to the Lockdown Coder. Yesterday we talked about for loops, so we counted to 10, and we're going to be doing loops for a while until we exhaust all the possible loops in JavaScript, or every loop I can think of anyway. Today, instead of for loops, we're doing while loops. Now, I'm going to say this now. I generally don't use while loops, ever, because there's always a risk that you may get stuck. And what I mean by that is your code might get stuck in an infinite loop, because essentially the code has to break out of the while loop, otherwise it goes on forever. So I generally do not use them, but they can come in handy sometimes. But I actually try and avoid them. Now, a while loop looks like this. While some condition, say I is less than 5, that's your condition. Actually, let's do this first. Let I equal 0. Okay, so I is 0, right? So while I is less than 5, which it is because it's 0, you execute a set of instructions. This set of instructions will be in a code block, you guessed it, and the code block is bounded by squiggly brackets or braces. So we're going to do this. We're going to output a string of numbers. So I'm going to have, I'm going to create this. I'm going to create the result here. Results nothing. And I'm going to say while I is less than 5, result equals result plus I. So can you guess what that's going to do? I'm not going to tell you, I'm just going to run it. Oh dear. and I've done exactly what I said would happen. It's got into an infinite loop because I is less than 5. What I should have done is, I'm going to try and refresh this. Okay, I'm just going to kill it. Oh yeah. Okay, scratch that. I will be back soon. Okay, I'm back. So what I didn't do was put I++ or add I1 to I, and therefore it went into the infinite loop, which was entirely deliberate, of course. So now, if I hit enter, I get a 4. Which is I. But if I do what's result, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because every time it went around the while loop, it added a number to a string. So it added 0, then it added 1, then it added 2, then 3, then 4. Then when it got to 5, it skipped the loop, went out of the loop, and output the value for I. I can't remember if I've told you this before, but JavaScript does type coercion. We might look at that another time, but basically if you add a number to a string, it converts the number first to a string, then concatenates, joins together. So if you did this, A plus 1, you get A1, joins it, you see. If you do this, 1 plus A, you get 1A, does the same thing. So you've got to be a bit careful when you use the plus sign and you're using strings, but it can be very useful for outputting strings of things. So that was the while loop. As you saw, can go into an infinite loop, but can be useful some things. This has been the Lockdown Coder. I'll see you tomorrow.